Ollie from Racing League, and we're at Lingfield. It is the third week of the Racing League, which is very exciting. Now, Ollie, tell us a bit about the Racing League and how it's gone so far.
It's gone pretty well so far. So yeah, as you said, this is our third night of 6 in total. We have 6 more races this evening. The 12 teams have been battling it out, and the league table is shaping up quite nicely. I think favourites for today seem to be Odds Bible and Ireland, and again the Newmarket team, very popular. So yeah, it's gone really well so far. I hope that we've ironed out a few sort of little kinks here and there, and yeah, third night in, and really looking forward to a slightly different atmosphere here at Lingfield. It's like just a different vibe.
Now, if someone is watching this at home and they haven't been racing before, how would you describe this new concept of racing?
Wow, how to describe it? Well, if you've never been racing before, I guess it's a combination of kind of T20 cricket and Premiership football, but with horses rather than people kicking a ball or hitting a ball. So the 12 teams are made up of 30 horses each, 3 jockeys and a team of trainers, and they race over 36 races for the 6 weeks. So 6 nights, 36 races in total, and they're all batting it out to win the league.
And like I said, we're on the third week, so we've got 3 more to go. So if, like I said, if someone's at home and they want to get involved, where can they get tickets?
Tickets on our website, racingleague.uk, or any of the remaining remaining racecourse websites. So we've got Windsor next week, then another one here at Lingfield, and then the finale at Newcastle on September 2nd. Or just write into me at Racing League, and maybe we can sort you out some freebies.
Oh, that sounds good. And just quickly, how does the Racing League concept differ to normal racing?
So, I mean, I guess normal racing, you're not part of a team. Well, I suppose you are part of an extended team, but essentially the owner owns the horse, pays for a trainer to keep it in training, and then the trainer and the owner decide where it's going to run over the course of a season. In our setup, you can still do all that stuff outside of Racing League, but in our setup, if you're the owner of a horse, you join the team as a whole. So, for example, Team Odds Bible, who have trainers in Marlborough, and your horse will then be picked where to ride over the 6 weeks based on its rating, on how it does over different distances. So you basically get to join in the whole fun though. So team kit and team nights out, and obviously at these events it's a lot more casual, and you get a bit of continuity. The whole point of the 6 weeks is that each race from 1 to 36 is in theory connected. So what happened in race 1 really makes a difference to what happens in race 36 in theory. So yeah, it's a bit more immersive and a bit more interactive, and yeah, so far so good. Owners have loved it.
Would you say you've got a favourite team?
Well, it's a bit difficult really, because I live in Marlborough, and we've got the Odds Bible team is from there. I do have a soft spot for the Irish team though. They're very keen, and they're trying really hard. And I suppose they've got one other, which is Team Swish, because the Lambourne guy is just really good fun, and Safi's doing really well. They're very easy to support. So yeah, those are my 3. I'm not biased though.
Lovely stuff. Well, we're going to have a great day, and we're going to keep up with all the action today.
So I'm Hugh O'Donnell. I'm the CEO and founder of the Racehorse Lotto. We are a new online competition concept where you can win sole ownership of horses in training. Pay £3 to enter. It's a lottery style concept, and we have a draw every Friday, and you can win 2 horses in training for a year. The horses will run in your name, your colours. You'll have sole ownership of the horses, and we will pay for all the training fees, the racing fees, and give people that experience of ownership for no cost at all. A big part of the business is that 20% of our revenue is donated to our chosen charity partner. For the lotto, that's Racing Welfare. And for the new competition we've launched with the Racing League raffle, the charity partner is Racing to School. So it's important for us that we're raising money for charity, and we're putting new owners into racing and new horses into training. And you can follow us and play online at racehorselotto.com.
With James from Thoroughbid, which I haven't been able to say, but I finally have. So James, tell me a little bit about Thoroughbid.
Well, so basically it's the brainchild of 2 guys, Ross Alberto and Will Kinsey, and it's sort of the meshing of the old and the new. So Will, like myself, grew up in racing, is a trainer, jockey, breeder, and then Ross has come into the sport in the last 5 years as an owner, having always followed it. and then suddenly gone, well, there's got to be a better way, an easier way to buy a horse, and that actually, is pre-COVID. And now sort of COVID's almost sort of justified their idea, and obviously we kicked on and built the auction house, and we're now going to have our first sale on the 12th of September, which is super exciting.
So what are you here today to promote this as well?
So, well, it's just we met Jeremy, up with Jeremy, obviously who's behind the Racing League, and we just loved what they were doing. It's very disruptive. They're putting the money where the mouth is, and anybody that wants to put up the level of prize money that they're offering to the industry, it can only be a good thing for racing. And it sort of dovetailed with us. We're trying to sort of compete against the duopoly of Goffs and Tats that been around for hundreds of years, and we're like the minnows starting off, and we're hoping that we can have the same sort of disruptive effect and hopefully be a sort of change for good.
So for people at home, how can they find out a little bit more about this? Have you got a website or social media?
We've got a website that currently is just a holding page where you can subscribe to get updates, and then hopefully at the end of the month, sort of the 30th of August, once we've started to get the catalogue amassed for the 12th, we'll then release the site. It's just that walking around an empty auction site isn't probably much of an experience for anybody, but so it's just all the W's, thoroughbid.co.uk. So
exciting.
It's dead easy. But yeah, I mean, it's super exciting. We're really it's been a lot of hard work, blood, sweat and tears, from the team, and we're just really excited to see what will come of the first auction. So far, the trainers, owners, breeders, etc. that we've spoken to, all of them have been incredibly sort of embracing and like, look, we definitely need another way to do this. This is the future. Good luck to you. How can we support? And hopefully, we're going to have plenty of horses and good horses to sell on the 12th.
Excited. So actually that's not long to go.
No,
So
don't tell me that.
Sorry, just make you nervous there. So it's actually not long to go. So what, about a month?
Yeah,
month
so
away?
a month. Literally, it's sort of a month today. So we announced the sale date, did our press release this morning. And obviously behind the scenes we've been sort of speaking to a few people and just sort of testing the water, but it's very much sort of coincide with our sponsorship of a team in the Racing League, and hopefully there might be a few horses that run here tonight that appear in the catalogue. So fingers crossed. There should be some nice horses, and for all owners' appetites.
So make sure we stay tuned tonight and see what's running.
Yeah.
And then my last question, where can I get one of these jackets from?
Oh, well, for you, we'll make sure we get you one. And we'll have you suitably dressed for Windsor.
Thank you so much. Thank you, James.
No worries, my pleasure.
What have I got? Thanks. I've got my own hat, guys.
Yeah, so there you go. A man of my word. So there's the hat, and the jacket will follow, I promise.
Thank you so much. See, I'm part of the team now. Will this go over my clip okay?
It will. It'll be fine.
Let's put it on.
Absolutely fine. Honestly, we'll make it big enough. It'll be all
Yeah,
right.
it'll be fine.
Hide it. It's all in the name of branding. Look,
Yes,
there you go.
see?
Perfect.
Now I am part of the team. You heard it here first. We're back on the balcony and I'm here with Elena, who is the founder of Swish. Now Elena, tell me a little bit about Swish and how that is to do with Racing League.
Swish Cocktails, it's a new brand, and it's a brand that uses premium ingredients for the mixed by the best mixologists for the coolest crowds.
Wow.
And Swish Cocktails has got something in common with the Racing League, because we are trying to do a modern twist on the classics. So in our case, we take the classical cocktails and add our magic to it.
And I'm about to try some of this magic, aren't I? So I've got my glass down here. So this is a little bit of the cocktail, right? And it comes in these little bottles here.
Pina Colada Spritz you're trying today.
Pina Colada Spritz. So nice. That's so nice. Right, well, I'll be saving that for later. So tell me, we've got Team Swish, haven't we?
Yes.
So tell me a bit about that. And obviously you've got your colours, you're supporting Team Swish today.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about Team Swish.
Team Swish is the blue color, as you can see. We are neighbors. They're based in Lambourn, and we are in Newbury, so it was quite obvious for us to work together. And Rosie Tepner is our manager, and she's doing brilliantly to promote the brand and the team. So, and we are actually doing very well in the league. We've won first place last week, and so we are doing well.
Fantastic. So we're rooting for Team Swish.
Yes, please come and support us tonight and next week in Windsor, and tonight in Lingfield Park, and hope to see you here.
So Elena, lastly, if someone wants to grab some of this delicious drink, where can they find it?
At the moment, just during the Racing League meets events, as I mentioned, next week in Windsor, in the following week back in Lingfield Park, and then the final race in Newcastle. But then we'll be rolling over into selling on Amazon and our own website, and then everywhere in the country, hopefully.
How exciting. Well, there we go. Thank you so much, Elena.
Thank
I
you.
will look forward to finishing the rest of my drink. Okay, so I'm just going to go up here to have a chat with the DJ on set. Oh, what a view up here. So I am somewhere where I've got a perfect view. As you can see, we are on a stage, and I'm with Amy, who is the DJ for the Racing League. So Amy, tell me a little bit about how it's been so far.
So it's been amazing. I think people are still trying to get used to the concept, but obviously we wanted to make it like cool, have racing and the music throughout the day rather than it just sort of like finishing and then it being an after. So trying to work on like building the atmosphere and people knowing that like we're here all day and get the horses going.
I love that, get the horses going. So what kind of music are you playing?
Well, I'm a house music DJ, but for here we're trying to keep it like kind of cool, like dance and electronic. It's something like a bit for everybody really to dance to.
Love that. I bet everyone's absolutely enjoying it. So do you play at other race courses, or is this like the first time you've done this?
This is the first time I've done it like with the Racing League. So I love horses, but I've never actually got to be able to DJ to a horse, horsey crowd before. So no, this is like a dream come true. So yeah.
DJing to horses. There we go.
Literally.
So who's your favourite team in the Racing League?
Oh, I don't know. So back in Swish Cocktails, Ireland, all of them really.
All of them. Fine. Well, thank you so much, Amy. I'm really looking forward to your set, and we'll see Amy a bit later on. I'm here with George Hill, who is clerk of the course. Now, George, can you just tell me a little bit about how you prepare the track?
Yeah, so obviously, Hannah, this evening, just the third leg of the Racing League, and we're on the all-weather surface this evening. At Lingfield Park, we've got Martin Collins Polytrack surface. So it's an artificial racing surface, so it will react completely different really than a turf track will, but it's been in place here. This track has been down since 2012, and obviously most of our primary racing all throughout the year at Lingfield is based on this track. The track itself is made up of sand wax content with it's got different fibres and different elements in it which help bind the track together and make it safe to use all year round.
So in worst case scenario, we have a huge downpour. How does this affect the track?
Rain is pretty good for the track actually. It's a very different than the turf, so the track performs well under wet conditions. There's a whole drainage system underneath the all-weather track as well, so it's very free draining, and what it does is the moisture, the rain will actually help to reduce the kickback of the racing surface when the horses are racing on it.
What is your job, would you say, on the day of the races? What is your role?
My role is, as clerk of the course, is to make sure that the racing surface and the race course is prepared, set up, ready for racing. The track is prepared. I've got a brilliant team of ground staff here working with me that help make it all come together. And ultimately, it's the safety for the equine and also jockey safety is paramount, and providing a consistent, safe surface of how we prepare even the all-weather track is really important to make sure we have a trouble-free day's racing.
And just talking about the safety of the horses, would you say it's very cushioned to protect their tendons?
It is, yeah. So the great thing about an artificial surface is you can manipulate it to ride as you want, and it's basically a case of using different types of machines and cultivators and gallop masters and so on that we have, and you can slow the surface up or you can tighten it up to make it a bit quicker so you can replicate the type of ground or the going like you would have on turf. So you could have it kind of on the soft side, or you could have it a bit quicker on the firmer side, so you can really manipulate the track to ride as you want. So any rain and stuff, we've had a lot of rain in the last over 35 mil of rain in the last 7 days on the build up, so that's helped. It's helped, as I said, the rain will help keep the track binding together quite nicely and reduce kickback.
Well, as you mentioned the rain, now the sun has appeared and looks to be an absolute fantastic day. So hopefully it will stay this way. George, thank you so much for your time. That was brilliant.
No problem.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Hannah.